and at times you find that people are able to run faster than you, people are able to play better than you, and you have another form of inadequacy, feeling of inadequacy creates insecurity in you. Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be talking about a topic that is something that I have thought often about. It's not a simple topic around startups or around investments or around meditation. It is about realities of life, insecurity. The insecurities are like zips. We all have them. We all have them about something or the other, and we have had. Only thing is, despite in our good times knowing that we have them, we often forget. We don't realize when our behavior is controlled by our insecurity. It takes a while for anyone to get over their insecurities. So hopefully, after going through today's video, you will get some realization that you also have them. It's not bad. I mean, as I said, it is something, if you have it, you have it. We all have it, so you're no different. But degree of insecurity, the type of insecurity, the reason behind insecurity, all those may be different in each one of us. Somebody may be insecure about the lack of money in their life. Someone is insecure about lack of education. For the longest time, I used to feel insecure because I went to a government aided school, so I was hanging out with people who went to all these big convents and all that. So there is a sort of insecurity about not being able to converse as fluently in English, or your knowledge is limited to just studies and education that has been taught to you. So obviously you feel insecure about things, and there's nothing wrong. Now when I look back, I realize that I did have insecurity, and I think I did okay to get over those with time. I didn't let my insecurities harm me. At a larger level, insecurity is defined as feeling of doubt or inadequacy about oneself. Like I told you an example that I felt maybe I'm not as conversant in English as the people who were around me in those days. So that creates insecurity. Sometimes you find that people next to you is a lot better than you. The feeling of jealousy creates, that feeling of jealousy is creating an insecurity in you, and that starts controlling your behavior. And that I see a lot around me even now. Another reason for insecurity is that tendency to compare us with others. That creates the biggest insecurity in us. We're always comparing. See, if you think a person who's a millionaire, he compares himself to people who have hundreds of millions, and they compare the billionaires against hundreds of billions. I mean, there's no end to it. So the moment you realize that you only have to become best version of yourself, not better than others, the day you realize that, you can begin the journey to get rid of your insecurities. Once in one of my meditations, I had felt that we all are like the planets moving around the sun while revolving around our own axis. These planets never come next to each other. They are all in their own journey, moving around the sun and also going around their own axis. If only we all can be mentally, physically and spiritually be like that, the world will be a better place. So how does one deal with it? Something we all have. The reasons or how do we develop these insecurities? In most of the cases, it is how we are raised. Our growing up process, we are exposed to certain things, and that may cause insecurities in us. In some cases, it could be also trauma and abuse, those extreme form of insecurities. I only hope and pray for folks who have gone through that. But growing up process is a common thing where we feel we should be better than everybody else. Why? Now, of course, till you come to a point where you start questioning that, why do I have to be better than that, everybody, right? So then I think you are making You're beginning a process to change yourself. So let's stick to this. Let's say the way you are raised, the way you grew up is creating a sense of insecurity at different levels. You hung out with people who are rich, you didn't have enough money, so you have insecurity about money. I already told you about my case. In some cases, you find that people around you are a lot more intelligent than you are, so you feel inadequate. So you have another kind of insecurity. And at times you find that people are able to run faster than you, people are able to play better than you, and you have another form of inadequacy. Feeling of inadequacy creates insecurity in you. So all these are examples of this. Now, how does one get over it? As I had shared earlier, it is one of the hardest things to get over, because we don't realize that our behavior towards others is actually coming out of the insecurity we have. We feel it's normal. We feel others are wrong. Why are others behaving this way? Why are they doing things the way they are doing? We question others always instead of ourselves. Till you come to a stage in your life, whether because of some event that happened to you or because of with age you get to that feeling of wisdom, that instead of looking outside, you should start looking within yourself. That how do you change yourself? How do you improve? How do you become, my mentor, my master, Daji, he often says that we should always strive to be better version of ourselves. Another way to get over your insecurity, focus on your strengths. If you have to become best version of yourself, only way to do that is by focusing on your strengths. Focus on your strengths, move forward by becoming better and better in those. We all are born with certain talents, and even if we think we have no talent, that in itself is a talent. And then bring a feeling of contentment in you. They say, there was a story I had read about long time ago. My father actually told me this story, that an economist, he wanted to study Indian economy. He said, India has so many people, why economy is not growing? I mean, it was like 30, 40 years ago. Economy is not growing while it is still able to keep its people happy and fed and all that. I mean, how it is all happening? So he went to a village to study that, and he saw a villager. It was kind of during the middle of the day, and villager was sleeping under the tree. He asked the villager, hey, how are you doing? He said, I'm fine. I mean, assuming this happened through an interpreter, that he said, I'm doing fine. He said, you're sleeping, it's middle of the work day. He said, so? He said, well, it's middle of the work day, you should be working. He said, so? He said, when if you work, you will get more money. He said, so? He said that, if you more money, you will buy things for your wife, your children. He said, so? He said, then you will feel happy. He said, I was feeling happy sleeping here. What is your problem? So if it was happiness was the goal, he said, I was having happiness resting here. Why do I have to go through the whole chakra of making money, earning money, and giving it to my family or myself to feel happy? I'm feeling happy sleeping. Anyway, the point here is that feeling of contentment, at times people think of that to be fatalistic, but I think there are some merit if you have it to some degree, because that will in a way help you control the feeling of insecurity within you. See, if you have restlessness, it should be to achieve more in what you are good at. As I said earlier, to become better version of yourself. That should create restlessness in you, not to become better than your neighbor or your friend. You're killing your friendship and killing yourself in the process. Another way to overcome insecurity, surround yourself with supportive people. This is a common thing which we find in many households, where people are often compared by others. I mean, parents compare, oh, this person is securing more marks than you, this person is earning more than you, and things like that. That comparison is not healthy. In the modern psychological parlance, that's considered to be damaging to the self-confidence of children. So if you are a parent, stay away from comparison. Every child has his or her own path, his or her own destiny, his or her own talents. Help them develop that. Help them develop those talents in their fields. These days, the world is different now than it was when we were growing up. Another is, if you find yourself not be able to help yourself through all these means, feel free to seek professional help. There are psychologists, psychotherapists, or even mentors available who can help you get over your insecurities. Insecurity is something that you would find would trouble you all your life unless you find a way to transcend, to get over that. I have seen even adults, rich, educated adults behaving as if they are children. Why? Because of their insecurities. So I wish you well, and I hope this video, I'm not a therapist. All these things that I've shared out of my own experience of interacting with people. Hope this helps you, and hope this helps you not only get over your insecurities, but also become a better version of yourself. Thank you.